Hey guys, Go Blue 117, and we're gonna do chapter 18 here. So in chapter 18, we're actually gonna finally arrive at Valor. So we'll get to see what that's all about. We actually got a really long opening kind of cutscene and dialogue, so I'm just gonna let you watch that, and then kind of talk about the chapter once we actually get to battle preparation. So wow, quite a lot happened there in those first 4 minutes. So it seems as though Nurgle, who was the man on the left in that opening scene with Marcus Ferae, is actually trying to bring back dragons, and that's why he needs Ninian. For whatever reason, she has to help him bring dragons back into the world, which goes back to the actually first little intro piece before chapter 11, when we learned about the Scouring, which was the war between dragons and humans. But Marcus Ferae is also alive, it seems. And but he's actually not helping them. He's actually kind of their prisoner. So, and it seems that Layla also got killed. because she was found out as a spy by some guy named Jafar who seemed to be very strong. Seems like somebody we may end up having to face later on. And it seems that Ninian's power that Niles also has is going to become handy as well. As you see danger coming, and Lynn is abducted by the boss of this chapter, who is Uhai. And Uhai is actually a nomad, but he's the classed up version of nomad, which I believe is a nomad trooper. So pretty much they're nomads that get to use swords. A lot like what Lynn is going to be classed up, except Lynn doesn't ride a horse, but Lynn will also get to use swords and bows. So, and this would also be what Wrath would be classed up if you go and class him up. Which I may do. I may just get him up to level 10 and class him up just to see if he would be helpful, because I'm going to end up with an Orion's Bolt, which is the classing up item for archers and nomads. And I wouldn't have anybody else really to use it on unless I leveled the Will up to level 10. So that's a possibility of me just doing that. Unfortunately, we're actually going to have fog throughout the whole chapter. The fog doesn't go away, it's just on for the whole time. Which makes sense considering everybody was talking about the thick fog of Valor and how you get lost in the forest and whatnot. So, anyway, let's go ahead and pick our units. I think I pretty much have who I want already. I just don't want to bring Marcus. Instead, I think I'll bring Sarah. Obviously no chest, so no need for Matthew. So that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. Actually, let's see. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. I can give this away, because I don't really need that right now. Lucius, give your guiding ring away. But I'll go ahead and, yeah, I'll go ahead and take his lightning. Or take the lightning, the second lightning tome, because he only has 15 uses of his first one. But I think in the next couple chapters we'll eventually get a good light magic, like a DOC one. So that'll be nice to have a little bit more power. Which hasn't been an issue so far, because he's been able to double a lot of units, because light magic is, well, light. Not very heavy. So he's been able to double, so the lack of power has been offset by that. But it'll be nice to get a good, more powerful light tome. Go ahead and deploy Merlinus. If you're worried about Merlinus, there are going to be some pirates that come from the north out of the water. I'm going to have, because I'm going to end up splitting my group into 3 groups. I find this line really funny. He's the leader of the Suicide Squad. Just, I don't know why. Anyway, so I'm going to have 3 groups. One that kind of stays toward the middle where there are going to be some units. One that goes down, and then to the right, and one that goes east and then south. And then the 2 groups will meet up. The ones that are going start out east, the one goes south. The one that kind of stays over here, deals with units that actually show up over here, is going to kind of just stay there. But they'll get plenty of kills, don't worry. And quick kill for Guy, although he got hit with a steel axe. Oh well. Keep Florina up toward the top. Because of her good range of motion, you could put her in the group down at the bottom. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave her with the group that goes east and then south. But at least have her start out up at the north, and then you can have her fly south pretty quickly if you need to. because we're actually going to get another unit. I think I mentioned this earlier. So, can I kill you? Good job, Barter. Random Thief, again, brings the second chapter. And he gave a whole, wow, he gave like 42 experience, and I think he was like a level 5 thief or something. I mean, he wasn't exactly really strong. And we got a Torch Staff. Torch Staff is just like a torch, except it's a staff. So, yeah. I mean, it does basically the same thing. I mean, I guess you could use it in this chapter, not really a big problem. I would suggest keeping Oswin and Hector up in the front, or your strongest defensive units, which I would assume would be Hector and Oswin, because they have such high defense. I could attack you, just to weaken you, why not? There we go. Because I doubt he would, because I'm sure the archer's going to go after Lucius, which isn't that big of a deal. Plus, I just gave him a dragon shield last chapter anyway. Sane, you go over there. So, Canis and Dart are going to be my units that stay over in the middle. You don't need a really big group for that. Then I'm going to have Florina, possibly the new unit that I get is going to stay with Canis and Dart, so it's going to be a group of 3. But the new unit is a level 8 Pegasus Knight, so not going to be that, or maybe it's level 7 Pegasus Knight, but not that helpful regardless. So, oh wow, critical with the Javelin, that's impressive. I'm going to have, what was it, Barter and Guy and Florina go east and then south. Not as much resistance going that way, that's why I'm only taking 3. I'm also going to bring Sarah, though, because it's going to be helpful to have a healer over there. I would recommend 2 healers, just because you're dividing up your group pretty a bunch of ways. So having 2 healers will definitely be a plus. And for me, it worked out perfectly anyway. Let's go ahead and... because I want to take Dart onto the central island, just so that nobody comes and surprises me. And can I break? No, I can't break that, so I'm not going to worry about that snag. Just going to put you in the trees. And then besides 2, the units I already mentioned, everybody else is going to come south where they're the most units, so it's Oswin, Lucius, Lynn, Eliwood, Sane, and Hector. And then Priscilla. I like bringing Priscilla this way because you have more trees to go through, so the extra movement's going to be helpful. Because Sarah wouldn't be able to move as quickly through the trees, just because... or move around the trees. But anyway. Uhai can be a difficult boss to kill, because he has high defense, high resistance. I think it's like around almost 15 for each of those statistics, and they're both pretty even. And with the type of tomes that we have right now, Lucius is going to do pretty much nothing, and Canis would get doubled, without no doubt. I mean, with his dark magic, he would get doubled, and he'd probably die. Now, obviously, if Uhai had the sword equipped, you could go from indirect with the magic, and you could go direct with the magic if he had his bow out, but then you'd have to do a lot of work rescuing. I think it's easier just to use a melee unit. The problem with using melee units is that if you do go direct combat and he's able to equip his sword, which is actually a killing edge, you're going to be in trouble. So, Oswin is usually one of the better units for going against him. And looks like we got one of these guys. there are a lot of sword users in this battle, so kind of like the last chapter. And here's Nosferatu, like I showed off earlier. I think we might actually get this one. That tome, once we kill him. What else do I need to go over? Priscilla's gonna get... No, she dodged. Okay. But, goal of the chapter is to defeat Uhai. All you have to do is kill the boss. Don't have to kill anybody else, but it's gonna be hard to really avoid. Because you have to battle through all these units. Here's the Pegasus Knight that we can recruit in this chapter. This is actually Fiora, who is actually Florina's sister, and traveled to Valor to research the Black Fang. And why did she go that way? And she stole my kill. What the hell? Not cool. Not cool. I guess it could be worse though. She could have died. I'm gonna take Florina down there because I can't talk to her. I hope I can rescue Fiora and then just kind of drop her next turn. Yeah, I can rescue, so... But I don't think I want to rescue with Dart, because that would waste Dart's turn, which would not be good. Go ahead and kill you. No, I won't. Guess I'm not killing you. Okay, well, that's cool. Or I guess I will. Thank you, Canis, for the critical. I'll take that. I'm doing 18 damage with Flux. You're not giving that much help. I think one of those guys is a longbow, one of the art nomads. One of these two guys has a longbow. Okay, well I can kill you with Hector. Easy. Who's our weakest? Wow, Guy's the only one that's under level 11. And I only have 3 level 11 units too. Wow. Well, I'm in good shape. Go ahead and take him out. Yeah, Sane has kind of fallen out of use. I haven't used him that much. Because he was kind of over leveled when we got him. Well, not over leveled, but he was a couple levels above most of our legions when we got him back, so. They're gonna be a pain. I think I might retreat with Barter. Thinking I go back here, and then I can move Guy over. I'll put you, I think I'll put you maybe behind him, so I can defend from, like, any pirates that come from the sea. I guess right there. Sarah, wait there so you don't get killed. I guess I could heal, or I could rescue. Yeah, I'll just use Oswin because I don't really need Oswin for anything. I'll go ahead and heal Dart though, because he's not gonna get any more healing from another unit. Because I'm gonna take Priscilla, and obviously Sarah's way away, and Priscilla's gonna be pretty far away after this, so it's nice to just give him one more time to heal. And this guy is the one that with a longbow. I think we actually get the longbow too. And okay, so everybody's okay there. Everybody's okay there. You can wait in the trees, you can wait in the trees, and you can wait in the fortress. Yeah, obviously you're gonna go after Dart. No big deal though, because you can't double Dart. Dart could be a good unit if you level him up well enough, but... And wow. I might need to heal him again. But I probably won't, because I really like how Barter has turned out. And obviously Hector is going to be my main X user. go. And you are going to come over here and... Well, you'll probably hit this time because you already missed with a 55. Maybe not. Yeah, the dark magic is hard to hit with if you're going up against fast units. I'm surprised that the chance is so low against Barter, but like against Guy, 39 and that makes sense. If it's against somebody like Sarah, might be even less. Probably about the same, I mean, close enough. So I can kill you in one hit. So let's see if I can get rid of that guy. And pick up the Nosferatu Tome. Okay. Problem is if he... Okay. If he had hit, though, he would have healed, which would have been really annoying. So I wouldn't have been able to heal Barter without putting Sarah at risk. I would have had to retreat with Barter so that he covered Sarah, but now, even if Barter was to miss, the pirate wouldn't be able to get to Sarah. So there we go. I didn't even pay attention to see if we got the Nosferatu Tome, but I assume we did. I know we get some kind of dark magic tome at some point, I believe it is Nosferatu, which is a good magic tome. I mean, even taking it toward the later chapters of the game would be really helpful just for its healing purposes alone. Though it is hard to hit with, and if you don't hit, then no help. Let's go ahead and talk to Fiora. Yeah, Fiora. And Fiora's actually going to explain that she was coming here with a whole troop of Pegasus Knights, but they all got themselves killed except for Fiora, so now she's going to join our troop. Fiora, okay, I mean, I'm going to use Florina just because Florina has like 4 or 5 levels on Fiora right now. So, but we do get the second Pegasus Knight of 3. I mentioned this earlier, you have to actually buy the services of the third one in a later chapter. It's after chapter 20, but it's like the early 20s, I think. It's where we get them, or you can. I probably won't because I don't want to waste the gold. It's like 30,000 gold. If you get all 3 Pegasus Knights, then you can actually do, I think it's a Pegasus Knight triangle attack or something, where if you position them a certain way, I think it's an automatic critical.